So I find it interesting sometimes, folks have this idea. It's almost like saying, well, you cannot talk about that. No, I can't talk about it. So I'm going to say you can't talk about it or make it seem like there's going to be subject I want to. Now, do I realize that there's consequences possibly for whatever it is that I've brought to light? Yeah. But I think some people don't see that insofar as whatever it is they've said or done, the consequences for that is, me, for example, talking about something that you're so uncomfortable with that you will completely disregard our friendship. So I was given, these ultimatums to not bring up something that you're uncomfortable with or else. To which I would say, so that I can talk about that subject with the understanding that you're going to be a coward about it. And if I bring up whatever said subject is, it's because whatever you've said or done had a consequence attached to it. And that consequence was me bringing up something that you're uncomfortable talking about. So that's where the individual really has to consider, is it valuable to end a good relationship because something uncomfortable was brought up? I mean, if that's the case, if that's how they feeling, and they can do something, then, you know, more power to them. But the idea that there's ultimatums, giving a person an ultimatum to, you know, not talk about said subject, or there's going to be all these ramifications. You're just giving the person an ultimatum to talk about something that you're not comfortable with. Sounds like you probably need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got people on here, shout outs. I got hello hell. Well, hello. um, are you a? I don't know what Juch is. Juch. Juk. Let me say it. A joke. Are you a joke? I don't know what you're trying to say, Bubba. And then I can't see at right now. Hey, Hana. Hey, Hana. It's either Ray Hana or Hey Hana. I don't know if that's Portuguese or Spanish. She said, "Yo." But yeah, man, that's all I was really chopping it up about this morning, man. Just people when they give you an ultimatum to talk about, you can't talk about this or you can't do this or there's going to be, I can. Well, there'll be ramifications. I get it, right? But I might not bring up said subject or do said thing if um, I didn't see something based on what you said or did um, that didn't warrant my bringing up, said uncomfortable ultimatum. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it's at, man. I appreciate all the hearts. I appreciate all the comments. Um, I put a link on my post for the Gospel Gorilla. That's gorilla. That's not, like an animal. But anyways, we're really trying to get out there, the homeless, with the Democrats shutting down. Essentially, I mean, what we had 13, literally in the Biden campaign, they were like all for it. You know what I mean? And now their reasoning is that they want our tax dollars to go into the pockets of illegal aliens. Um, and what I'm saying is a lot of the ideology that they have as Trump is in the presidency, they're doing something contrary to what see the homeless, especially with the Gorilla website. Called, recruit folks that are willing to. A lot of people are in need. I mean, people with food stamps, they're not getting them right now, and that also affects some of the, the homeless people that are out there. Um, all government workers. I mean, the airlines have an 85% um, like a reduced rate of on-time flights or flights at all. You know what I mean? And you attend Northwest Bible Church. Yes, Jacksonville Kid, 1041. Yes, I do. That's the church I am. I'm actually a member of that church. Um, but a lot of the people that are in the government positions right now, they're, the government workers, they're taking their vacations and sick leaves and everything else, and it's affecting the whole country. So, you know, things like that get. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. But my point is this: is that we got a lot of folks, man, that are affected across the board. Okay, but when I look at Oklahoma and I see the crossroads of America, I see a lot of people. This is, you know, we only have like 4.5, maybe 5, close to 5 million people that live in this state, and a large number of bodies are on the streets, and people come to and from all over the country because that I-35 and I-40, and they're passing through, and a lot of folks are panhandling, and I know there's a lot of folks that are panhandling and they got homes, right? But I'm not about passing out money to folks. I'm talking about folks that are willing to accept. supplies, people that are willing to accept um, food, people that are willing to accept hygiene. We want to try to meet those needs, because even though all of us, are kind of in a compromise right now with the government being shut down, that trickle effect goes all the way down, man, all the way down to our homeless. And the homeless in Oklahoma, we have to have the highest population of homeless people in the nation. I know that fluctuates a little bit with some of the camps out in LA and a couple of other locations, but this is the I-35 and the I-40. So all those people, if they're vagabonds, I'm sure they've been here. And so what I'm saying is that on the Gospel Guerrilla, man, we're gonna try to launch this thing to get folks active. We want folks to be active, man, and really consider not. We're not talking about passing out money uh, to folks, okay? 'Cause we know there are a lot of folks out there that do things with it that's just, not good, or they've got homes and panhandling. That's just their job, okay? We look at a lot of folks that are, schizophrenic. You know what I mean? Like they can't really uh, make heads or tails of reality, right? People that have other types of mental health issues and addictions and things like that. Um, we're not talking about giving them money so that they can move into um, greater problems with their mental health and addiction. Um, but we do have things that are in our attic that we're not using, like old camping gear. We do have things like clothes um, that can fit people that are homeless that we're not even wearing. Um, there are old lawn chairs and folding lawn chairs and things like that grandmama doesn't even use anymore. Um, and so far as food is concerned, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that have been sitting on our shelves for a long time and we just haven't used it yet and may not use it. Um, and so far as hygiene is concerned, um, oftentimes we buy hygiene in bulk and, one of each of whatever we purchased. It's not hard to, if a million people donated one bar of Irish Spring, if a million people donated one container of Axe body deodorant, if a million people donated one toothbrush and one tube of uh, toothpaste, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the supplies, they don't even cost that much to mail. You dig what I'm saying? What is Tata Power? I don't know what Tata Power is. What's Tata? Tata? What's that? You being dirty, making a dirty joke there? Uh, but yeah, man, that's where I'm at on that. The Gospel Guerrilla, check it out, WordPress. I'm gonna try to stay up on it. I'm gonna try to make sure that we got plenty of footage and videos and things like that, just so people can kind of see what's going on around here. And keep in mind that I know it's easy for us to give money to folks to go to other countries and deal with whatever issues they're dealing with in other countries, and so far as bringing the gospel and nutrients to folks' body. But I think it's easier for us to just pay missionaries money to go do that because we don't have to see what they see. You know what I'm saying? But here in Oklahoma, I mean, you can take 23rd Street, Northwest 23rd Street, all the way over to the Capitol on the east side, and you're going to see people with their head on the curb sleeping in a 7-Eleven parking lot. You're going to see people that have an old beat up pickup truck and they've got the tarp on the back of that thing like it's a tent, like it's just a makeshift tent that put like a camper on the back of their truck. You're going to see people pushing laundry carts and I mean up and down that whole. And then you can get down into other areas and you'll find camps, like cities, like real cities. And like I said, it's this isn't me trying to give folks money in that way, but what I do want to encourage is folks to think about how all this trickles down and homeless people are affected greatly by this also. And in our community, we can do more. Like it's right there. We see it. Sometimes we turn a blind eye because we think this guy's out there talking to himself and screaming and whatever. He's on drugs. He might not be on drugs. He might just be hungry, and he might have mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Our presuppositions, man, are long. We can make up all this. How I interpret it. Well, uh, I see a Bickus this said hi. I don't know how to say that. Bickus this. Um, but yeah, man, consider that. Consider looking at WordPress, the Gospel Gorilla. Um, let's get active and come up with some ideas. Maybe you got stuff going on in your area, and we can talk about that. We can put posts up on that right there so people can see what's going on in your area. If you're in the Oklahoma area or wherever you're from, and maybe you don't have the supplies that I'm looking for, but you do have a little bit of money and you want to donate it for camping material and things like that, make no mistake about it, I'm not giving folks money. That's not what we're doing here. But we got the fall is upon us, and winters in Oklahoma are mean, and I have a tendency to believe that this particular winter is getting ready to be um, terrifying. And if there's anything that we can do to come together as a community uh, to help these folks, comfort, comfort, physical, spiritual. We want to try to be there for them in that way. If that's you, like I said, just reach out, hit me up at Knockout Apostles with a Z, knockoutapostles@gmail.com. Um, hit me up on WordPress, leave a comment, leave your information if you have any for me to contact in the comment section here. We'll try to get together and collaborate on something. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, um, and share the video if you're for it and you wanna rock this thing. And that's really all I got. I got to get out here and work on my chicken coop. My backyard looks like a work zone. But at any rate, that's all I got. Thank you guys for all I guess that's pizza slices and hearts and everything else. Appreciate you guys for all that you do. If you're already doing something in your community insofar as what it is that I'm talking about, um, don't forget to reach out. And me and the boss, good peace.